Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we dive into the pain and the struggle when it comes to MTG Arena's economy. It's definitely tough with the new format Alchemy for players who are a little bit more limited in their ability to get packs or wild cards in order to craft the new cards that come along with Alchemy. And Alchemy being, at least at this point, we don't know if this is a thing going to be with Kamigawa when they release the Alchemy set for that. But it's mostly rares and mythics, making it very limited to really even players who spend money in order to get into the format, which I think is causing a ruckus and people are frustrated, especially as a whole. With that being said, let's just dive into the economy, kind of getting a little fresher up if you're someone who's newer to the game, doesn't really fully understand it. Let's just kind of dive into some of that and then possibly talk about ways in order to fix this issue that's kind of ongoing when it comes to the economy. So the economy is broken up into three different ways in MTG Arena. First, you have the gold, which is earned through the daily quests, the weekly rewards, and various events throughout the game. Then you have gems, which are the more premium currency. This is what you can spend your real money if you want to invest real money into the game. You can buy a stack of gems ranging from I think like $10 all the way up to like $100, and this is kind of like how you can buy cosmetics, you can buy packs, things like that, get entries into events, and you can also earn these as well through various events, like kind of like the premier draft and things like that. I think the Arena Open is going on at the weekend I'm recording this, and I think that's another way that you can earn it, like in these like big events and whatnot. Outside of that, you also have wildcards. This is the other area that allows you to craft singles in the game, as you can't buy singles directly from the store in any sort of way. This is a currency that is used to therefore craft the single cards you're looking for, instead of having to crack packs and have a chance at getting that one particular card. And this is kind of where the pain point currently is in Arena, as getting wild cards is very limited. Really, you only get rewarded for wild cards when you complete 6 opening packs. You get like 1 rare wild card, and then I think every like 24 packs you get mythic wild card, and I think every 5 packs you get an uncommon, as well as the packs themselves have a chance of dropping wild cards. But that is one way, and it's very restrictive because that only allows you to open packs in order to get the wild cards. The other way is there's this thing called the vault. If you're a newer player, you may have never even seen the vault. Vault is kind of like this hidden feature. I'm not sure why it's a hidden feature, but the excess uncommons and commons go to your vault progress, and until you hit 100%, you wouldn't know that you were making any progress towards this system. And that is another way you get a pool of you get 1 mythic, you get I believe 2 rares and 3 uncommons when you hit 100% in your vault progress. Another strange mechanic that I feel like should be more visible. You can track it if you don't have 100% progress. If you have like one of those third-party clients, usually it will let you know where your vault progress is as a whole. Exit out. I think like the Aether Hub one does that, but that is really the only 2 real ways that you can get wild cards. And I think that's kind of where, if they want to fix things in the game, and I think to make people happy, is they have to look at ways they can kind of tweak the redemption of getting wild cards. I think the one thing is, if they don't want to really develop any new systems or things like that, I think the one thing would be just to make them more available. Like I said, it's very limited. It's only really tied to packs for the most part. Giving it as an event reward in a way. There's some events in the game that give you an uncommon, a random uncommon with a chance of getting a rare or mythic, but I don't think giving a player a random uncommon that they're not really looking for is a good thing. I think if you just swap that out to be a random uncommon wildcard with a chance of being a rare or mythic wildcard, 1, I feel like that will incentivize players to play that particular event, and 2, it makes it easier or better for a newer player to maybe get a particular uncommon they're looking for than having a chance of getting it. Another way they could do it is make wildcards purchasable on the store in some form or way. I know it would take away from packs and opening packs, but that will kind of go into my next point after this. Make it like purchasable. You get like a set of gold wildcards, mythic wildcards for a set price. Maybe price it a little bit more expensive than a pack, just to not prevent players from also opening packs, because you don't want to make the wildcards cheap enough that in the long run it's actually cheaper to just buy wildcards than buying packs. And then the other thing is you can improve the packs themselves. I do think that's another great way to kind of fix the economy. If we use Hearthstone as an example, in Hearthstone you can get multiple rares, rares, legendaries, and epics in packs. So you open a pack, there's a possibility you get multiple rares, sometimes 3 rares. I've had that before back when I used to play. maybe 2 rares in an epic or 1 rare in a legendary. I think making the packs a little bit more exciting. Also, if you were to maybe make the packs a little bit more like set boosters, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone's depending on if you're a newer player to the game as a whole. Set booster is kind of like a pack that MTG introduced more recently, I believe, with the release of Zendikar Ryzen, I believe, and it's a pack that allows a player to kind of get the set cards in a way. You get more uncommons, you get maybe a little bit less commons, as well as there's a good chance that you get multiple rares in the same pack. I think that would also be a way to kind of make the packs a little bit more exciting. And then with this change to the pack structure, you could also take, these cards that you get bonuses of, and maybe also making them have a chance of being wild cards in the process as well. I just think revamping the pack structure would also be a great way to this. Another popular suggestion that this would probably require some sort of rework would be a Dustin system. So there's cards that everyone owns in their collection that you're just not using. They're not really useful in any sort of way. Either they're bad cards, you don't still play the colors, and you'd rather take those cards and, in a way, like if you play physical Magic, you can like trade them away or sell them off to a vendor to hopefully trade them for cards you're looking for. And I think some sort of Dustin system is another decent way. If we were to go like to the exact Hearthstone thing, where the Dustin system is actually kind of like an example of, I think, it's kind of one of those things they wouldn't want to copy it exactly. Also, it would probably require a whole rework of the currency system. A decent way would be is that you could dust the cards to go towards Vault Progress. And just make all the cards go towards Vault Progress, because it's just a weird thing going on in Arena that mythics and rares, when you complete a particular collection of packs. So if you complete like Crimson Vow, your excess rares and mythics get turned into gems, and the reward for that is not even very good. I'm very curious to why they didn't decide to add that to Vault Progress. Not really sure there, but I think like a Dustin system where it goes towards Vault Progress could be like kind of the thing. And after you dust X amount of cards, that Vault Progress, goes up quicker. And then I would still have all excess cards go towards that Vault Progress. Is kind of like my spin on it. I mean, let me know in the comments below if what you're thinking. I mean, if you want to go like exactly like Hearthstone and go, commons are worth this much dust, uncommons are this, gold rares are this, and mythics are this. That's another way they could go, but I would say they probably don't want to go that way, because that'd be literally copying the system. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those strange things. I just think that, Hearth's a new format it makes it hard for people to invest in. Alchemy is a very pay to win format, in the sense that if you have money or, you have excess cards, it makes it easier for you to get into it. But if you maybe a new player is interested in Alchemy, it doesn't make it as interested for them, because they were like, oh crap, I have to now get these rares and mythics in order to play Alchemy, because I'm just getting stomped by them. But with that being said, guys, if you have any suggestions on what you would do to fix the economy, let me know down in the comments below. If you like the video, hit that like button. It definitely helps out a lot. If you're new here, you want to know when I post new videos on the channel, hit that subscribe button. It puts a +1+1 counter on the channel. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.